Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to our meeting of the Bay Area Vampire Hunters. I assume you all saw the email from Linda, where she said that she cleaned up the mess at the hotel, and won't be attending our meetings, so if Mercy's people come looking, there won't be any traces back to the Vampire Hunters. I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm a little bit disturbed at the suggestion that this vampire Mercy that we dispatched might have other associates that might come looking for us.
Rose, didn't Linda say that Mercy was part of some cult group that was trying to convert her?
The Ministry International. TMI.
The Ministry International is a 501c3 religious organization, headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts. Armand Artemis and Felonies Maple are listed as the top officers in the organization.
Well, not much information. Do you think we need to be alarmed, or just cautious?
I'm sure that they knew Mercy was heading out here, so if we have a high profile, and they know she was coming out here, they might get suspicious and try looking us up on the internet. And Rose, you have been very public.
Yes, I have. But I've never mentioned the Ministry International.
What about setting up a cell in Boston?
I don't personally know any vampire hunters in Boston.
That's a long process you're talking about. Moving to Boston, trying to find people that you can trust.
I'm not sure I understand the problem here. I thought the problem was, you didn't have enough vampires to kill. Now they might be coming to your door.
Right, that's the problem. We don't want them coming to our door. We want it to be the other way around.
They'll probably go to the last known door, which is the motel that Linda was staying in.
Well, I would think they'd be looking for Linda, rather than us. I scoured the local news, with a search for recent articles involving motel in Mountain View, with police. Coincidentally, I found this. Alex Patel, owner of the budget motel in Mountain View, went missing in the middle of the night. Police have classified him as an at-risk individual. If you see something, say something. It sounds suspicious.
How? How is that suspicious?
He's missing.
People go missing every day. Maybe he ran off with a girlfriend.
I thought it was interesting, and it might not mean anything, as you suggest. But it's curious that something matched my narrow search strings. Date, location, motel, and police.
Epiphania. It's the tendency to perceive meaningful connections between seemingly unrelated things. I still think it's good to keep an open mind and make a mental note of that news report.
Indeed, Aiden. Consider how seemingly unrelated we are to each other, and how a conspiracy of events brought us together.
Anyway, moving on to new business.
I think we should figure out how we're going to practice our skills, so the next time this thing comes along, we're not caught flat-footed.
So what do you want to practice? Something like Kung Fu?
Wade should practice with his hatchet, Aiden with his knife. I need to learn how to do bilocation under pressure.
I think you have a good idea there because, as a group, we could be more cohesive and have a practiced plan of attack. Once my husband and I were in Vegas. Sorry, I get a little choked up when I think of Vegas, because that's where he was taken. Anyway, we went to this commando training camp, taught by former military special ops trainers. They taught us how to enter a room and sweep from right to left working as a team. Maybe we can find something like that around here. There is a Bay Area model mugging course, and Krav Maga training.
Pardon me, but I believe I have a book that may be of use to you. Let me dig around for it and see what I can come up with.
Thank you, Chris and Marika. We'll discuss what to do at our next meeting. It's important to know who or what we are fighting, and which tactics work best on each one.
Exactly, Rose. True Faith and the Bloody Dagger work great against vampires, but are less effective against ghouls and humans.
Ghouls are difficult, because of their loyalties. They are a danger, but they're still human and we can't just murder them. I think ghouls are more formidable foes than humans. We may need to approach them in a different manner.
When a new ghoul goes missing, humans notice, but when vampires and older ghouls go missing, Usually only vampires notice. Some ghouls can live to be hundreds of years old, and they need to constantly be taking on new identities, so they tend to be more transient and less likely to be noticed.
Chris, how do you know so much?
I'm a scholar, and I've been studying such things.
Did they get more powerful as they get older? Did they turn into a desiccated corpse like vampires if they get killed?
The longer they are on vampire blood, the stronger they become. If they fail to get the blood every month, they age rapidly. If they are killed, they age rapidly but their body is freshly dead. Of course that's all a theory.
This may be a touchy subject, but the 2 ghouls you took last night, did you learn anything from them?
I've learned that they are no longer a problem since their master died. I was able to heal them and free them.
What? You let those satanic monsters go?
No, I freed them. They aren't a problem anymore.
Are you saying you freed them from the bondage of their bodies? Have they become enlightened? What do you mean? Are you saying we'll need a medium to talk to them?
There's no point in talking with them. There's nothing to glean, and any more interaction with them would not be helpful.
One thing that I think would improve our odds of success are the magical artifacts and weapons to help us identify and destroy vampires. Clearly we're going to be fighting more battles against the undead. And if they show up in the Bay Area, I say bring it on.
I think we need to look at the records of the hotel to see who really rented the room.
I think I'll go down there and rent the room Mercy had, and the room next door.
Good idea, thank you Chris. From what Linda posted in the group, she's checked out of the room. It would be good to rent the room before someone else gets it.
I won't go there until late this afternoon to early evening to rent the rooms, so that should give Leah plenty of time to investigate.
I ordered a fake badge from the internet, so that should help me with my investigation.
You won't need the badge, you seem authoritative enough.
Sounds good, thank you all for meeting this afternoon. In light of the recent events, I have secured the meeting room on a daily basis. This concludes the meeting of the Bay Area of Vampire Hunters.
Excuse me, Chris, my shoulder is still pretty sore. Do you think you might be able to help me?
Of course. How's that?
Much better, thank you.
Excuse me, could you help me with some information?
Okay, sure.
I'm doing a little bit of investigation. I needed to find out information about someone who checked into a room here.
Okay, but I'm not allowed to give out personal information.
Oh, well, I'd be willing to pay you.
I don't think so, because I like my job. And, like, there's cameras all around.
I tell you what, I need information about room number 5. Give me all you got and I'll meet you outside, and give you $50.
Okay, I'll meet you outside.
So what do you have for me?
The room is vacant as of yesterday.
Who rented the room?
It was a corporate account for the Ministry International. A woman named Belinda stayed here for the past 2 weeks or so.
Did you say Belinda or Linda?
She said her name was Belinda.
And what was her last name?
Look, I don't remember. She paid me money to not ask for her ID. That's all I got. What about the $50?
Here. Thanks for your time and help.
No problem. Good luck.
Hello, Darth. You wanted to see me.
Yes, I wanted to give you this kilo of pink romance. You can get a good start in Los Angeles with a street presence. Pink romance, PR, is like public relations. It makes everybody feel good, and they don't know why.
Thanks, Darth. What's the street value?
I normally charge 10 for a kilo, but I'll give it to you for 5, on credit.
Thanks a lot. This will really help.
Isn't it nice to be free of the walls of fake promises? That is church life.
Thanks again. Evie's going to teach me how to safely feed, and then I'm on my way to Los Angeles.
Bye, Belinda. You will be missed.
You make sure there aren't a lot of people around. You don't want someone to see you feeding. One of your disciplines allows you to glamour people and draw them to you. It works really well on humans. So you get close to them, and give them a hug, or sneak up behind them, and go straight for the bite. Drink a little bit, not too much, and then lick the wound shut.
I'll give it a try. Hello, you look like you could use a hug.
If you're giving them away, I'll gladly take one from you.
You did great.
Thank you so much for this gift. Dar gave me a kilo of this pink romance. And with your instruction and encouragement, I should be able to find a ride to Los Angeles with no problem.
And if some guy gets fresh with you, you'll find out how strong you've become.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now get your ass to Vesuvius in Hollywood.
Good evening, Robin. I'm so glad you're here.
It's nice to see you. How's your fan cam doing?
Wonderfully. And yet I couldn't wait to come here tonight, just to see you. It means so much to me to see you.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
I don't think she's glad I'm here.
Never mind about Susan. Come with me to the VIP lounge.
I feel flattered. You make me feel extra special.
You are special.
You should be a guru, because gee, you are you.
Let's go.
My life felt meaningless until that night when you first brought me here.
And that's just the opener. Excuse us. I'll only be a minute. It's time for you to leave.
Of course, thank you. I hope to see you again.
Sure. Hey Robin, I saw Suzie take her boy out for a little fresh air. She should be joining us shortly.
That sounds like your cue to leave.
If I don't go, I can't come back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. I have a meeting I must attend to.
Of course, Miss Reese.
Greetings, everyone. On the forums, the vampire hunter said that Mercy transformed into a giant snake. I never heard of such a thing. Then I remembered Khonsu talking about the Setites and how they were snake worshippers. I think we should pay him a visit.
Man, he gives me the creeps. I'm willing to drive, but I'll wait in the car.
I'll drive too.
Great, then let's go.
Good evening. What brings you to see Khonsu?
You gave us some lessons and instructions about Setites, also known as the followers of Set. We recently became aware of a powerful vampire that came into our domain, who was able to turn into a massive serpent, the cobra. We knew of vampires shape-shifting into wolves, cougars, bats and even a misty fog before, but I never heard of one actually becoming a giant monster serpent. Are you aware of this?
Well, I guess I am. It's an unusual ability, which comes from mastering the highest level of serpentures, a discipline unique to the Setites. Which organization are they working under?
It's called the Ministry International, headquartered in Boston.
How did you come to know of this? You had an encounter with one?
No, we did not. We learned of this from some vampire hunters who killed one. One of them was a disciple of this woman called Mercy, who was in the ministry and came out here to indoctrinate others.
If you can bring me the remains of this Mercy, Hatha will give you $6,000.
We have her remains, we can do that.
Excellent. And for any other Setite remains you bring me, I will also pay you $6,000.
We have the bones at the Scientology Center.
Yeah, I've got a Tesla, and I can't drive fast enough to get those bones, so we can collect $6,000.
Excellent. I will add what we find to our book of knowledge and share it amongst all the Rosicrucians of high standing.
We'll say goodnight, and Evie and Avogadro will return with the bones, and collect the $6,000.
I'm very excited and encourage everyone to find more of these ministry vampires, so we can destroy them and make money.
How are we going to find them? It was actually Belinda that found them, and the vampire hunters killed Mercy.
I'm actually looking through Belinda's email to see if I can find more stuff with the ministry. We haven't heard from Mercy. Belinda, please get back to us. I'll make sure Belinda gets back to them. I'll be Belinda and send them an email. We were attacked. I need help. Please hurry.
Sounds like a trap. Anyone have any ideas what to do next?
What we did last time worked well. I think we need another mall to infiltrate the hunters and their day meetings.
I'll discuss with Henri later, to see if he is willing to do it. He may or may not have time, he's awfully busy.
Too bad we lost Belinda. She could have told us more.
She said she only knew Mercy from the ministry. She hadn't met in person anyone else.
Belinda was very intent upon practicing radical honesty.
Well, the only person who claims to be radically honest is someone who's dishonest.
Like when someone says trust me, you should either attack or run. There's no other intelligent response to someone saying trust me.
I'm texting her to let her know that there's a bounty on the vampires like Mercy. And she said she's over that part of her life, but if one runs into her, and she kills them, she'll let us know.
We should get going.
I'll give you a lift.
Thanks.
Good night all.
I think you're aware of what's been going on with Belinda and the vampire hunters group that Evie infiltrated. Now that Belinda has been turned and is headed for Los Angeles, we think there will be more vampires coming from Boston to look for Mercy. We've been thinking, if you might infiltrate the vampire hunters group and attend their day meetings. We need someone to report back what they're learning and to steer their plans toward our enemies.
Whatever you need me to do, I'm always at your disposal.
Don't say disposal, you are very important to me. The group needs someone that has had a negative experience with a vampire and wants to destroy them. I don't want you to do anything that is dangerous. If you feel that you are possibly in any danger, you may abandon the plan and come away immediately.
I don't want to bring you any harm or emotional distress, because I know that you are so prone to human emotions. However, I assure you that I am willing and capable of doing whatever you need me to do.
Thank you, darling, Henri.